And I say stop the boats. Yes, stop the leaky boats. Stop the unseaworthy boats. It's an island nation. Surely there are enough boats in this country to go out there in the Indian Ocean to bring in the people. Where's our heart? If the government won't do it, why can't we? We've never ceded our sovereignty. If I had land rights on my land, those people would be on my country.
This is a disgraceful and unacceptable act by Labour government. What is the point of Rudds' victory if his human rights abuses are just as bad as Abbott's? Asylum seekers in Australia now already face tougher conditions than under John Howard's. Mr. Rudds' announcement would make the situation worse by forcing boat arrivals to PNG. I'm eager to know from the United Nations and the worldwide human rights campaigns, from the wealthy countries' prime ministers, then where are these helpless people supposed to go if they are not eligible to seek asylum? According to the Refugee Convention, these people who are targeted by persecution in their country of origin are eligible to seek asylum. Then where is the humanity gone? Mr. Rudd, you have lost my respect today. We need to remember that those who arrive on boats are far fewer than those who fly here. They are people and deserve their rights. By fighting away their last hopes of surviving, we sure aren't any good at sharing our good fortune. Mr. Rudd, if you are so concerned about stopping the people smugglers, please create a policy that deals directly with them, not one that punishes innocent people seeking asylum from prosecution.
I came here to Australia in 1996 as a refugee. Before I start anything, I want to say that I purposely wore this t-shirt today to make the point of the absolute hypocrisy of Rudd and the government about saying who can and can't come to Australia and the manner in which they come. When you're fleeing for your life, there's absolutely no such thing as the luxury to wait and apply through the proper channels.
Yeah.
When my family was forced to flee, I remember the night in Bosnia. It was in 1991. We feared for our lives. We expected that we would be killed the next day. We loaded up our car with as much as we could, and we tried to escape. But the only thing that was going through our minds was the fact that we had no choice. We had no. We had to leave. And we consequently ended up in Croatia for about 4 years. And for every single day that we were there, we actually hoped that any minute the war would be over and we would be able to go back home. And it's been over 15 years now and we still haven't been able to return to the life that we had before.
I'd like to acknowledge we're meeting on the lands of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and I'd like to acknowledge all of you for turning out at such short notice to express your outrage at what Kevin Rudd has done to human rights in this country. I have been to Christmas Island. I have stood and looked at the rocks on which the ship dashed and lost the lives of so many people in December the 10th. I have looked out at the big seas and tried to spot a tiny boat in the grey waves. And I can tell you there is no way on this earth I would get on one of those boats and make that voyage unless I was desperate. The climate in 1954, when we were recovering from the war, with the shame of the ships of shame, refugees going around the world unable to find safe harbour anywhere, we turned them away from Australia and we decided we would not do that again. But we have. Australia does not have a refugee problem. We have a political problem. So please express your outrage in every way you can, but remember, this is all political manipulation, and it's filthy!
Yeah!